soiree, so I don't know what that means, but I very much look forward to the update on this. I'll do an update on it for sure, but the original plan for this was there were like quite a few people that were going. I'm gonna start with this Urban Decay primer, I think. Let me start with a moisturizer first, actually, because I'm dry. There were originally quite a few people that were going. I've had one family, which is 6 people, drop out today, and then I've got, because there's the one of them, they're sick, and then 5 people who said they were gonna go, but we're a little on the fence about, so I will let you know if it is just 3 people sitting in a room together. Either way, oh god, sorry, that was loud. Either way, I'm good. Either way, by the time this goes up, no, that's not true. Well, by the time this goes up, I will be like 10 hours short of a vacation, so either way, it's gonna be all good for me. I don't care. Also, the like main people that I think mean the most to me are gonna be there. Not to say that the people that dropped out, there's a family of 6 that did drop out that I would love to have been there. That's like one of my best friends, but it's okay. You know, if you're sick, that's one thing. This other situation is extremely different. Very much giving, you're only gonna do what's important to you. So, which is extremely on par for these people. So, live in La Vida Loca. Let me give you a little, like the smallest piece of advice. Because I wish somebody would have given me this advice prior to my adult life. If people always say how much they're gonna be there for you, and then when like there's actually stuff to celebrate or things that like are important and they're not there, let them go. It's okay. It might hurt in the beginning, but just let them go. Because at the end of the day, all this does is cause more drama and more struggles for you, and it's just not worth it. This is that foaming primer from Morphe. I actually really like this stuff. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, that's my main takeaway, and I think if you get nothing else from this channel as a whole, the one thing I wish you would take from me is there's like a line in a Medea movie where Medea goes, you know, if somebody wants to leave you out of their life, let them go. You know, and then, you know, you can sit there and be sad for a little bit, and then it's time to get on and, you know, go about your life and stuff. And that is very, very true. When people show you their true colors, believe them, because they're doing you a favor. It might hurt in the beginning, but they're doing you an abundance of a favor, because they're showing you, they're cutting out the time wasted for you to figure out who they really are, and they're just showing you, and that's it might hurt, but it's for the best every single time. It's always for the best, because there are certain people in my life that I thought were amazing people, and it took me 20 some years to figure out that they're not shit. And now I feel like I've wasted so much time figuring out they weren't shit that now I feel like I'm stuck with them forever. And you're never stuck with anybody, but you can definitely feel stuck with people for sure. And we're gonna do the e.l.f. brightener as always. This is my like tried and true thing I put under my eyes. But yeah, that's if people are actively, repeatedly showing you that you are not a priority, please, please, please trust them and say, you know, I see that I'm not a priority for you. I'm gonna move on to someone it's those people that you genuinely need to watch out for, because they don't care about your feelings, and they don't care about if they hurt your feelings, and that's just not energy you need in your life, in anybody's life. It's just not energy that you should want to be around. And if you're like me, okay, I don't normally hold like parties or things for myself, right? Like, I don't, that's, you know, people are really prone to like celebrating themselves and stuff. That's just not me as a person, right? Like, I think if that's you and that's what you love to do, I mean, go off, do your thing, but that's just not me at all. And I genuinely think, so when I genuinely say to somebody who is supposed to be like a part of my life, and I say, hey, by the way, I'm doing this to celebrate a massive accomplishment in my life that I'm hoping not only you will be proud of, but I'm also proud of. If you don't show up, it's a big deal to me, because I do so little in terms of like, you know, in terms of like celebrating myself and stuff like that, so that like when I actually do and I invite you, the general expectation is like, if you can't make it, you can't make it, you know, that's fine. But if you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there, then the expectation is that you're there. I mean, you know, I'm not asking for a kidney or your liver or like anything crazy, I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I expect too much out of mediocre people sometimes, but I very much think that people, especially with me, because I allow a lot of, pardon my French, bullshit to slide, because I'm not really, I try to keep the peace. I don't want to say I don't like conflict, because that's not true, but I try to keep the peace, because I think life is easier if you keep the peace, right? Less drama, less BS to worry about. I just think it's easier. However, I'm also not gonna sit here and just allow you to do whatever. So if I come back off this trip and there is quite a drama ramble, you will know why. For sure you will know why. But I look forward to telling you guys all of the tea and everything that happens, for sure. It should be a really fun experience for you guys. And I'll tell you this too, where I'm at in life right now, I'm gonna have fun regardless. I don't really care. Use the darker shade down here. I don't really care if you know what I mean? Like, if you want to start drama and you want to do whatever, or you don't want to like show up for me, or like whatever, then I don't want to hear shit about like, oh well, I wasn't invited to this. Well, yeah, no shit. Like, what do you mean? I don't know. I'm very blunt about stuff like this. Like, you know, I'm a big like, oh, let's give him a chance kind of person, and then like I will give you a chance for sure. However, if you take that chance and take a giant dump on it, then I'm done. You don't get a million chances with me, not anymore. Used to, I was like, I don't even know, I was like a game you could put a quarter in and just keep playing until you won. That's not me anymore. I don't do that anymore. You have to step up or get out. You don't get to just be out here doing and saying whatever you'd like about me and expecting me to just be okay with it anymore. That's not how I am anymore. That's been hard for some people in my life to understand. So, this whole thing should be very, very interesting. But, I will say this. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the party. I'm looking forward to all of it. I did have to drop my dogs off this morning. That was extremely depressing. I had a really rough time with that. Cried, as I always do when I drop them off. However, I want to say I'm excited for this, just to kind of see how everything plays out. Sometimes in life, I treat my own life like I'm watching a soap opera. I just feel like makes life less dramatic. I'm not really sure that's a super healthy way to look at life, but I don't take things too seriously anyways. That's not really my cup of tea. I don't love taking things like abundantly seriously. That just, I don't know. It just seems unnecessary to me. Life is just like one big game. And like, you know, you just play it and then you go home. And so that's kind of how I take life nowadays, especially. You know, people make decisions, and those decisions, much like your decisions, have consequences, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I will tell you a little bit about my graduation, though. So I graduated yesterday, and I graduated at like, I think it started at 3:30 or something. Well, the actual thing started at 3:30. I had to be there at 2:30, so got over there at 2:30. Did my thing, you know, walked across the stage. That was the quickest and like literally just like in and out kind of thing ever. They literally announce your name, you walked across the stage, you grabbed your little foldy thing, and then you walked off. That was it. It took 2 seconds. It was honestly kind of anticlimactic. I was like, all this work, and I was on stage for 10 seconds. Like literally, actually 10 seconds might have been a lot compared to what actually happened. But yeah, I don't know. It was a very interesting process. But one thing that I really enjoyed, so I have a friend that I did pretty much the entire MBA degree with. Like, she was in like all of my group projects. Originally it wasn't intentional. Like, originally we didn't set it up that way. We just continued to have group projects together, and then towards the end we actually did start setting it up that way because we work really well together. And she's very type A, and I'm very just like, I like to listen to type A people, and that's I can be type A if there isn't a good type A person around, but typically I don't like to be type A. But we did a lot of this program together, and so this was the first time we had met in person because I did online school, and we met in person and whatever, and so we sat together like in the prep stage, but then we had to walk into the Coliseum. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to punch you guys. We had to walk into the Coliseum, and we walked in like the processional or whatever. We thought we were gonna like be separated, even though we're very close together in alphabet last names, alphabetically in last names, but we didn't get separated. We got to sit with whoever we wanted to, which is really cool. I was actually really happy about that and how that went, because I was really like, if I have to sit next to randos for like, it was literally like 5:30 when it ended, so it literally lasted for 2 hours. I was there for 3 hours. Kind of crazy, honestly. Well, a little bit longer than I originally thought it would be, which that was as long as they said it would be, but I was kind of hoping like it wouldn't actually be that long. But it's okay. It was fun. Me and her always have a laugh, so I was, keeping her laughing the whole thing. And one thing I will say is like, I didn't do an undergrad graduation because I graduated from my undergrad in COVID. So I walked for this just because of that. And like, we were talking about it, and I was like, it's crazy because I didn't have an undergrad graduation, but all of my friends did because they were older than me. But, oh god, I'm so sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. But we were talking about it, and I was like, this is like the most unserious graduation I've ever had. And we're like, it was so funny. Like, people were on their phone. There was a girl who Instagram lived the entire graduation, and she was like in one of the front rows. I was like, what are we doing? And like, there was a girl who was on her phone at one point, like on a phone call. Like, she called somebody mid-graduation. I mean, like, it was just so funny. It was the most unserious thing I've ever been a part of. Like, I was actually really surprised by like how was fine with me. I was on my phone and took pictures. Well, some pictures, not a whole lot of pictures, but you know, it was really funny. And then I uploaded a TikTok to my like actual TikTok account. Literally as I'm walking out of the Coliseum, I kind of walked to the side with my little like graduate thing, and I was like, it's that sound from Kanye West where it's like, people always wanted to know what I would do if I didn't win. And then you know, stop it and they go, I guess we'll never know. And so I like held up my thing and did that. It was really, actually, I thought it was really fun. I enjoyed doing that. I love filming TikToks. I just think TikToks are so easy and fun. I don't know, I just don't have a lot of ideas for TikTok in general, but that's the one thing about TikTok is I don't feel like you need to have like super good ideas either. Like you can just do whatever. Most of the time people watch it, which is pretty cool. I can't get the lid back on this powder. There we go. That's the one thing I like about TikTok is that TikTok feels like there's a lot less pressure, and I don't know if it's because I do YouTube, and so like I'm used to like thinking that there's pressure for these videos, but in general, like, I don't know, TikTok just seems footloose and fancy free for me. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do a nice little pink blush moment. Ooh, that's very pink. Oh, I'm so sorry, that was so loud. I don't want like too pink. Let's calm it down a little. But yeah, so I am very interested to see how this party goes. The party is at 2 o'clock, and we're leaving to set up in like 40 minutes, which means nothing to you guys, so it will be 12 o'clock. Kind of early, but that's when we were asked to go set up, so let me spray this first. All-nighter. Because I gotta film videos when I come back, so I need this makeup to last. Jesus, I'm sorry. Plus, I have, we leave at 3 a.m., so I'm not going to bed. We have to be at my parents' at 3, which means my boyfriend and I have to leave here at like 2:30-ish, give or take a couple minutes, maybe like 2:40, whatever, doesn't matter. Early as hell in the morning. So I'm just gonna not sleep. I'm gonna upload videos, make sure everything is ready to go, check on the animals that are staying here, you know, the works, do all that first, and then honestly that will take me, I gotta finish packing stuff that I didn't pack already, and then by the time that's done, it'll be time to go. So, because this party lasts until 4 o'clock or whenever everybody leaves, so it should be a pretty cut and dry scenario, I would think. Also, super random topic, but while I'm doing my mascara, I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about how one of her clients, I guess she was like a doctor or something, had used eyeliner on her waterline since she was 16. So it was like years and years and years, and now like her eyes didn't produce tears properly, and like she like took tweezers and like squeezed the girl's waterline, and like oils and ooze came out. So I haven't been doing stuff with my waterline anyways, and I always make sure to remove it, but that gave me the like heebie-jeebies for sure. And I was done with that stuff for sure. I had more than enough of it. I was like, so good without it. This is just a nice neutral look. This is nothing special, but I wanted to talk about like my graduation and stuff. Not that that was anything crazy either, but I just thought we would have a good little powwow moment. And I'm not even gonna do a lip. I'm just gonna throw on this lip oil. I'm also really liking I curled yesterday for the graduation, so my hair is naturally curly anyways, but I ran a curler through it. And so this is just what's left. I'm not redoing it. I don't care enough to. But that's genuinely it. This is what I'm wearing to my graduation party. This is basically what I wore to graduation yesterday. I will do a get ready with me from the boat. I won't be able to upload it until we get back, but I will do one so you guys can see that. Yeah, lots of cool content hopefully coming soon. I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos.